Here's how to stay positive during your job search in 2025. Before we dive in, make sure you like this video and follow or subscribe for more career tips. Yo, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I've never seen a job market like 2025. So I want to give you 5 tips to stay positive during your job search. Tip number 1 is you have to separate your identity from that job application. And this is the hardest thing to do because when you get that auto rejection or you go on that interview and you don't get the job, we take it personally because you put so much in the process. But this is not the job market to do that. It's a numbers game. You're going to have to continue to apply every single day. And there are things that you will never know why you didn't get that job. But if you put your identity in that job application, when you don't get it, it can be devastating. It can hurt your job search when you could actually be one step closer to getting that yes, getting that job offer. So separate your identity from your job application. My second tip is you have to be honest with yourself and recognize the game has changed. The things you used to do early in your career, you could get a job quickly, or the majors you used to have in college, think computer science, and you were guaranteed a job as a software engineer, those days are over because of AI. Artificial intelligence is here to stay. It is real, y'all. Whenever you read about companies spending hundreds of billions of dollars to be the best, the number one AI company in the world when other countries are competing to be number one, that's because it's truly an opportunity that happens once in a lifetime. It's here to stay. And it's changing the job search process where companies normally would hire X number of new grads or they would have more headcount available in specific departments. Now they're saying, I'll actually just use AI. Maybe we can go leaner and leverage AI to do some of those tasks that are repetitive. So it's happening. Think customer success, marketing jobs, any sort of graphic designs, coding. Those are starting to really be impacted by artificial intelligence. So what can you do? Become an expert on AI. Use it every single day, whether it's ChatGPT, Claude AI, Meta AI, Google Gemini. You should become fluent because it's a new language. And if you can't speak AI in 2025, you will be left behind. My third tip is to control what you can control. You cannot control the outcome of that debrief of all the people you interview with. They're looking at your resume, they're looking at the notes, and they're making a decision. You're not in that room. The only thing you can control is how you show up for the interview, your preparation. What did you do before the interview? Your energy during the job interview. The level of detail you put in your resume and making sure it's tailored and applying for the job. Just how you follow up and send a thank you note if that's something that you want to do. Those are some things that are in your control. Whether you get the job interview, whether you get the job offer, whether you advance to the next round or get to the final round, those are things you cannot control. So I need you to shift your focus on, okay, what can I control in my job search? How many jobs I apply for, how great my resume and having the right length. It should be longer than one page. How I showed up for that job interview, how I followed up. Those are things that you can actually control. So I need you to focus there and not focus so much on the outcome. Focus on the things that you can control. Tip number 4 is something I'm very passionate about, and that's to protect your mental health during your job search. I read articles about career development, what's happening in the job market every single day. And when I hear about people applying for 500 jobs over in 2025 and not getting a single job offer, when I hear about candidates that are literally expecting to interview with a company and getting ghosted, their interview is not even happening. When I'm hearing about offer letters that you thought you had the offer, but they end up rescinding the offer or they eliminated the position. There's so many things that are happening that can help, that can affect this. Your mental health is something that during the job search, for the first time in my career, you have to actually make sure you're protecting your mental health. How do you do that? Meditation. Before, during, after a job interview, you have to make sure that you're breathing. Before you answer that question, well, tell me about a time when you led a team. Tell me about a time when I led a team. While working for company XYZ, like you can take those moments to just center yourself and answer the question. After the job interview is over, go for a walk. Don't immediately look to respond and send that follow-up, hey, thank you so much for that. I want to send a thank you note. No, go for a walk. Unplug. And if you keep getting rejection after rejection after rejection, you're going to need to take a step back. I know you need a job. You need to take a step back and meditate. Breathe. Write down the things that you're grateful for in life. Like, focus on the positive things. And this one thing that's not happening right now, you have to make sure that you protect your mental health, because it could be devastating, especially if your identity is in your job applications. I mean, and if you're applying for multiple jobs, you could get 3, 4, 5, sometimes 10 rejections in a single day. That's boom, boom, that's blows to your mental health. So if you're experiencing a lot of rejections, take a step back, meditate. If you're a person of faith, pray. Get around good people that can pour into you, that can give you positive encouragement, like, hey, it's going to happen. Just continue the course. But also know when it's time to take a break, and make sure that you're mindful of this right here. Because if you don't have your head in the game, it's going to be difficult to land that job offer. It's going to be difficult to stay positive during the job process. So make sure you protect your mental health. And tip number 5, this is my last tip, and this is something new for 2025 that I've been thinking about. We have to change our definition of success for applying for jobs in 2025. So you update your resume, apply for the job, interview for the job, get the job offer, and then negotiate the job offer before you accept it. So you have 5 to 6 steps. Well, sometimes you're not going to get to the next round of the interview. You're not even going to get a chance to interview. So we have to set additional measures of success, and we're going to focus on our prep. If you prepared for that job interview and you are on your A game, and then you performed during the job interview to the best of your ability, like you can't think of anything you could have done differently. You felt the vibe. We're going to get back to you soon. You heard the positive encouragement from other folks, and you had a plan, and you get an auto reject. That's not on you. That's on them, because you prepared, you performed, you had a plan that you executed, and you didn't get the result. And so right now you're thinking on the result, but you have to really give yourself some grace and say, my process was so dope, bro. I didn't get the end result, but that's not on me. And so we have to focus and set new measures of success in 2025, because there's going to be more rejections. Companies are going to be changing. As AI launches new features, they may decide, oh, we don't need this job anymore. Or you might have a job that's been posted for so long and it's just hanging out there, and it's just auto rejecting everyone. They're not even thinking about that job. The company is not even thinking about that job anymore. So I need you to adjust what success looks like. The ultimate goal, yes, is to get a job interview, is to pass the job interview and get an offer. We know that. But in this game that you're in 2025, it's all about, how was my preparation? Did I have a game plan for my interview, for my job search? And did I perform during my job interview? If you did those 3 things and you still didn't get the job, that's not on you, bro. You did what you were supposed to do. Your process was sound. You put in the work. You balled out. You didn't get the result. But yes, give yourself 24 hours. Man, I didn't get that job offer, or I didn't get the interview, or I got the auto reject. And then keep it moving, because you're focused on preparation, having a game plan, and performing. Those are your measures of success now in 2025. If you do those 3 things, that's all you can ask for. Team, I hope this was helpful. I want to encourage you to stay positive in 2025. It is the hardest job market I've seen in my nearly 20 years in corporate America. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy is coming in the morning. For all your job seekers out there, it's going to happen. But I need you to do one thing. I need you to speak AI. I'm going to say it again. If you cannot speak artificial intelligence as a worker, as a professional in 2025, if you are not using artificial intelligence every single day, if you're not thinking about different prompts that you can give ChatGPT, Claude AI, Google Gemini, Meta AI, you are asleep, and you're going to get left behind, and it's going to be very hard for you to continue working and earning a living going forward. I am serious. Y'all know, Coach, I've been doing this for about 5 years. I've seen it. I'm in the rooms. I'm hearing it. Listen, AI is real.